Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your reading. Happy birthday to you. We are now, as I'm recording this, officially in Cancer Sun sign season. So, as a Cancer Sun, happy birthday to us, right? All right, so we have here, we have healing. Oh, we have a lot. We have the Seven of Swords, which is this one it calls it a loss. We're going to go by that. And we have the Ten of Wands, responsibility. And then we have the Vortex, which is the Devil. Whew. But you know what? The last one out was that Angel of Healing. The burden of the responsibility. The burden of the responsibility. That's South Node. 7th house. Sagittarius. We have the Dragon of Protection. Love that. Butterfly of Transformation. And we have this crawfish energy. This, or is it a lobster? It might be a lobster. It's a crustacean that, this feels like a crawfish. It's kind of like, So the flower for Cancer, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, is the lotus. And the lotus is a really hard-shelled nut, seed, that if you were to order them and they came in and you threw them in the water, you know, your little water feature, they wouldn't grow unless you took the time to bang on them a little bit and nick them up so that the roots can come out and they could, you know, start growing, right? Kind of like cracking through like with an acorn, right? But this is a much harder shell. And so it is in the tumbling around in the bottom of the riverbed, hitting against the rocks. It is through the difficulties and the pain that allows them to grow and open up into the beautiful lotus flower, which represents Cancer. Sun sign season, right? And so this Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords, that is part of this process. And so this crawfish that is in those muddy waters, it's like that is the area where the real growth and the development happens that allows you to transform into the butterfly. So the vortex, right? The tumbling around, the smashing into the difficulties, the going through that, and then taking these things and putting them together, and out of this, right, comes the big transformation into not just a butterfly, but a golden butterfly. South Node is about releasing and letting go. 7th house is a partnership. Could be business. It could be personal. It could indicate a really strong, long-time one-on-one friendship, but generally I don't think of it that way. So with the fox showing up here, though, in the area of the key of the situation, this feels more business than personal. But the sun for the overall energy, and the card of healing as the outgoing energy. So definitely a transformation. So when the caterpillar creates the cocoon and it goes inside, it completely breaks down in order to emerge, and all the little cells rearrange themselves in order to emerge as a butterfly. It is a death and a rebirth process. It is a death and a rebirth process. And right now, you're going through the rebirth. Right now, you're trying to figure out how to do this, but you are definitely going through the rebirth, because in the area of what's being transformed, we have this divine feminine energy that is in the frozen state. And so there is a rebirth process. I do think for you, for many of you, it could be physical health. Because there's a strategy that's involved here. And so you may be going through a healing process. For some of you, this is got to do with partnership, like a personal partnership where you were not respected, and things, you were not respected, and Because here we have the garden, the community here. Now, for some of you, this could be work. Totally could be work. It is a partnership in which you did not feel respected. You were not, maybe, respected. Like, I don't want to say just feel. I mean, like, that sounds like, oh, that's not facts. That's just how you feel. No, I actually think that you were disrespected in some way. It was huge. You have a huge obstacle to overcome. We have the mountain, the house of the mountain. That's a big obstacle when that shows up. I'm going to pull a card on that to see if I could see a little bit more about what this obstacle is. Communication. There was a real lack of communication about something. But it does say let your worries drift away. You're going to be fine. In the area of seeking information, we have the rider. There's two riders in here. This one is a little sea turtle that is carrying the divine feminine forward in flow. And you have the card of flow here. And so I feel like you're going to be able to flow around this situation, but there is a strategy that's needed. The Angel of the Ocean is the card of Temperance, which, by the way, is the Sagittarius card, right? And it is about the alchemy, the spiritual alchemy, of putting this together with that, of seeing that there's a new way. These things happened, and how can we use these things to create something new, a new opportunity? So you have morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. And here we have the sun, right? And so this is about light that's shown on something, and as day comes up every day. Solstice, as I'm recording this, was just 2 days ago. And so whether you are in the southern hemisphere or the northern hemisphere, there's a significant change in the light patterns. If you're in the southern hemisphere, days are actually getting longer. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you're at the brightest days of the year. Right? I mean, the days are getting shorter, but when you're in the dark season and they start getting longer, it's much more noticeable. And here, though, you definitely notice that there's still a lot of light. So right now, there's just a lot more light happening. A positive affirmation does not say negative words in it. It puts you in the present moment. This is part of that spiritual alchemy that creates the healing. It puts you in the present moment and only using positive words. So, say this is about money. You don't say I'm getting out of debt, because then you're always getting out of debt, which means you're always in debt. Don't do that. I am abundance. And I because of the energetic signature of the word, I would say abundance, not abundant. Abundant actually breaks down to the energy of a 5. A 5 is very difficult energy. It's challenging. Abundance is a 3. Or is it an 11? Might be an 11. And so it's very spiritually and divinely guided. I am abundance. Oh, guys, can't make this stuff up. Where's the fun in that? We literally have the word of alchemy. Okay, so that's that Sagittarius temperance energy. The alchemy of bringing disparate things together and creating something new. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. And how do you know what to begin? Whatever brings the joy and the happiness. We have the card of the flowers and the action to take. And up here in the area of resources, you have the heart. Feel the joy in your heart, and in the heart space, you've got this take action. Everything you touch turns to gold. And so I definitely feel like this vortex of feeling like everything is spinning out of control, and you have so much responsibility, and all that stuff is a problem. So for me, 7 of Swords is actually the energy of the fox. I know it says loss, but I do believe that there was a loss, but I believe that strategy, cunning, taking the information, looking at it in a new way, and following your heart and trusting that is going to get you to where you want to go here. Oh, alchemy. There's a lot of light that is shown on a situation. I feel like this mountain almost feels like, when the sun sinks behind the mountain or it's coming up over the mountain, there's a lot more darkness, right? Either way. This is just bright out there. I really feel like some situation came to light and it created a change in your perception. And now you understand that the healing path is about you choosing the joy, you choosing what makes you happy, you doing the things that are important to you. And so, I am abundance. I live a life that is filled with joy. I enjoy every moment of my day. These are the I am is the key that unlocks the door to the magic. So, you will be moving forward slowly. You'll be drifting forward slowly. You are in flow. Allow yourself to be in flow and allow these things to happen because every step counts. This isn't a race. It's your life. And it's about being on the journey of your life and enjoying every moment along the way. There is an advantage in taking things slowly, breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. If you consider your options and you know that you are abundance and you know that you're protected by the dragon and you know that you're in the middle of this spiritual transformation and you know that even though you're down in the muck and the mud right now, that is the place that you are going to be able to plant your roots and that you are going to be able to grow and open up to the sun. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. However you got there isn't the point. The point is you are at an inflection point in your life, a point where everything shifts and changes. You have rediscovered your zeal. I feel like you may have been stuck in a pattern, a situation that didn't really bring you a lot of joy. And stuff went down. And you have decided to follow your heart. This is past, present, future. The future is so bright. You have the heart. You have this moving forward, following your heart, and we have the healing. And rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, right? That's Sagittarius. That's all of that stuff. That's ninth house, which Sagittarius rules. They rule discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality. Spirituality is also Pisces energy, but it's kind of like the spiritual learning, the growing, the diving in and getting the information about the stuff. And you have here travel. Those are all Sagittarius traits. And so as you work through this and you work on your relationships, passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Allow yourself to be inspired. Know you're safe and protected. You know that seventh house of partnership, I keep looking at it and I keep getting the energy of just 7. And 7 is the divinely guided number of spiritual inspiration. And that South Node, release and let go what doesn't serve you. This vortex where you were in a situation with another, where you weren't being respected, where you had too much responsibility, where you're experiencing loss. It's almost like you spun out of that and you're not in that energy anymore. And now you get to start moving forward. And everything you touch will turn to gold. Right? I am abundance. I'm in flow. I am abundance. And every step I take counts. Every step I take counts. And that's all you need to know, Cancer. And that's a lot. All right, I'm on Facebook every day. I do the astrology of the day. I pull cards, and we kind of look at how we should manage that energy. And I really focus on the moon, and you are ruled by the moon. And the moon definitely is the thing that triggers most of the energy on a day-to-day basis. So you should definitely check that out. Members of my Facebook group that leave comments on YouTube go on a drawing every month for a free reading I give away. I'd love to see you over there and give you a chance to win this reading. That would be awesome, right? If it's free, it's for me. It's 30 minutes. You get to ask me whatever you want, and we'll pull cards and we'll try to figure it out. So I enjoy it. I really enjoy it because I get to really interact and meet you guys. So it's really cool. All right, so I will see you over there with any luck, right? You guys take good care of yourselves. It looks like you're on the upswing. And we don't get to the upswing until we've hit the bottom part, right? It's got to come down, and to get on the upswing, you got to hit that farm. So you're on the upswing. Let's go, right? All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you again soon. And happy birthday.